This is Shirley Swope from tangentsfromtasmania.blogspot.com, and I did a tutorial earlier showing you how to create faux stitching around a shape. The next tutorial is to show you how you can take a fussy cut image and combine it with another shape so that you have this overhang where your part of your image is outside of your basic shape. So in order to do this, and we'll combine the two, I'm going to do a tutorial, and I'm kind of going to go fast through the faux stitching part, so just hang in there with me. So starting with a new mat, I'm going to grab my scallop square, and I am going to rotate it 45 degrees so that I know where it is, and I am going to ungroup it, pull this over to the side. I'm going to go ahead and color it white, because when I blend the fussy cut image, I need this to be white. And so starting, I'm going to go ahead and color this a green, zoom in so that you can see the stitching. I'm going to click on offset, internal offset. I already know I want dot 1 and apply. I want to next choose the cut style, no cut, line style. I want to use the small dash, and I want a thickness of, let's say, 1. And click off of that, pull the green aside. Now select the dash line again, and we're going to do a double stitch. So we want to click offset, internal offset, dot 1 again, oops, apply, and because it mimics exactly what you did before, this line is going to have the same color. Now I don't want it red, so I'm going to zoom out, select them both, make the line color black so we can see it, and then I'm going to bring my green and I'm going to select all 3 of these. I'm going to align them with center, and because I don't want to be messing with 3 different layers here, I'm going to group these 3 together. And what that does is if I reach in here, it doesn't matter where I grab, it moves all 3 of them as one entity. Now pull this back in, and you see when I pull it back in, it's not showing. That's because this layer is on top of this one. So if you will select your white square, right click and say bring to front, we have, and I can now select it all, align and center. And now I'm going to go get my image so that I can start working on fussy cutting her and merging her with this rectangle right here. And right now this square is 6.28 inches tall and wide, which is bigger than any card I'm going to do. So before I do anything, I'm going to resize this back down so that it's within a it will fit within my card, and my cards are usually 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so I'm going to have to come down to I'm going to get close to 4. Whoops. All right, I'm on 4 there. Pull this up here. I'm going to zoom out so that y'all can see. Now, I want to go get my image, so I'm going to click on File, Open, and she's acing the hole, and nothing comes up but Studio. I'm in my Sassy Cheryl's folder of images. Whoops. And here's acing the hole, and she opens up on another screen. So I'm going to go over there and copy her, and then go back to this screen and say Paste. And when I put her on here, She's way bigger. So right now I'm going to size her to where I want her to be. And what I want is I want the balloon hanging off, and I want her to be on so she's about 3 inches tall, and that'll work. And I might want to, okay, she'll fit, and the balloon is hanging off the square, which is really what I want. And if I raise it up just a little bit, that has her hanging off more. So now you would pull her to the side. She's selected. You want to do offset because we're going to go outside of her this time. Whoops, excuse me, Control Z. First thing we got to do is trace her. So we choose the trace image window, click on select, unselect high pass filter, raise the threshold to 100 and say trace outer edge. We're going to pull her to the side for right now, and this would actually cut pretty well, except that it would be very close. So I'm going to go I'm going to offset again. First of all, I'm going to break this up because I don't need these little pieces. They're going to print on the white background, so I don't need them. So now I'm going to go select her. I'm going to go offset, and I am going to go super small. I'm going to go .01. And that's just a little thicker than what it was, and I will pull that, the inside one out, and I'm going to go ahead and delete it. And then I'm going to bring her in to where I want her to print. And then I'm going to leave it over here because I want y'all to see what I'm doing. Let's put her inside of here. And this is where you have her, the black and white image selected. This is where you're going to use your down and your up and down arrows and get her centered as well as you can within this. And then you're going to bring this image over. I'm going to pull that out, and then I'm going to work with this so that, oops, I want a little gap between these two, so I don't want quite that much. Once you get it where you want it, then you're going to select all of them. You're going to choose your modify window, and then you're going to tell it weld. And when you tell it weld, it welds the fussy cut with the square. Now you can go back, bring her to the front, set her inside of here like this. Use your arrow keys to get her exactly where you want her. That's pretty close. And now I'm going to draw a giant rectangle around all of that, and I'm going to, and I didn't get it. So I've selected everything, and I want to group these so that now she goes with the cutout, and this is a separate entity. Now, let's go back to our page, and I'm going to print and cut this on 8.5 by 11. I need registration marks. I'm going to zoom out so that you can see, making sure that the green is within the hatch marks and the red line. I'm going to pull her in so that she's here, And if you wanted to do 2 of these, you would simply select them, right click, tell it duplicate, and pull it down, and you could have 2 images. Hope this tutorial helped. If you have any questions, you can email me from my blog. Thank you.